Hello, my friend, and greetings from Cedar Falls High School as Cedar Falls Community Television is excited once again to provide you with high school athletics. It's volleyball coverage tonight. It's a Class 5A regional final as the top-ranked Cedar Falls Tigers take on the Bobcats of Marshalltown. Mark Simpson with you, along with the man with the name and the knowledge, Jeremiah Longnecker. Stakes are high tonight. Winner goes to state.
You bet, and the Tigers get to see a somewhat familiar foe in Marshalltown, a team that they played earlier this year. But this is for the marbles, and the Tigers want to make their third consecutive trip and keep their dream alive of a state title.
Well, you look at the Class 5A rankings, Cedar Falls, the #1 ranked team when this regular season ended. Right now, Tigers 39-2, and you see the highlighted schools are the ones representing the Mississippi Valley Conference.
Yeah, you know, and the MVC tournament a couple weeks ago was maybe a little mini preview of the state tournament.
Well, the Tigers looking to beat Marshalltown, and, well, looking at how these two teams got to this point in the tournament, both teams receiving first-round byes and then sweeping their opponents in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, the Tigers
semifinals.
Tigers made quick work of Waterloo West, as did Marshalltown as of Ames, and now the former Big 8 rivals get a chance to square off to go to state. Marshalltown looking for the biggest upset of the year.
Marshalltown coming in with a record of 22-12. Tigers again 39-2. Looking at the Tigers' schedule this year, and they have dominated everyone.
You know, and the thing about it is that they've gone 39-2 through a very brutal schedule. We talked about the MVC tournament, but yet nearly every Saturday they're out playing somewhere, and they're seeing all the best that all classes have to offer. They are definitely prepared for the postseason.
Only 2 losses coming to Dayton, New Hartford. Meanwhile, for the Bobcats, they come out of the CIML, and they probably don't play as many competitive Saturday tournaments, but they still have played a pretty good schedule as well.
Yeah, you know, in the CIML, you're going to see a lot of good teams, of course. The champions have come out of there the last couple of years, so you know, they'll be battle tested. They won't shy away. This is a team that's won 22 matches. They'll be ready to roll.
So can Cedar Falls move down to Cedar Rapids, the state tournament, for the 3rd consecutive year? We'll find out right after this on Cedar Falls Community Television.
There is only one place that has all of the highlights, all of the interviews, and all the great behind-the-scenes footage. Don't miss out on the high-flying action as we break it down on Panther Sports Talk. Tune in each week as Panther Sports Talk covers everything related to University of Northern Iowa athletics. Catch Panther Sports Talk on Channel 15, Cedar Falls Community Television.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
think I'm trash. But they're wrong. Today, I'm just an aluminum can. But one day, I could be a stadium.
Cedar Falls getting ready to take on Marshalltown in this Class 5A regional final here in Region 6. The winner advancing to the state tournament, Cedar Rapids, next week. Mark Simpson along with Jeremiah Longnecker, and Tigers obviously the big favorite, as I love the support. Getting ready this pre-Halloween match for by the Bleacher Creatures, but Tigers the huge favorite tonight, and going into this match, I guess being overconfident, I guess, would be the main concern.
Yeah, you know, you think that possibility exists, but I think that that's one of the things that Matt Johnson does such a good job at, is making sure that that doesn't happen.
There you see the Tigers starters, familiar group throughout the year, as Tigers coming in on a 25-game winning streak, 25-match winning streak. Their last loss back on September 16th against Dayton New Hartford. There are the starters for the Bobcats of Marshalltown, coached by Chris Breeze. He's in his third year. They finished ranked 15th in the final Class 5A ratings.
One of the things about being Marshalltown is you just let it all hang out. They really don't have anything to lose. Got the top-ranked Tigers, you know, perennial powerhouse, and they just got to come in here and let it fly. You know, there's no reason really to be nervous.
These two teams have met during this regular season. That was at the Cedar Falls tournament when the Tigers defeated the Bobcats 2-0, going on September 23rd. That was an important tournament for the Tigers. We'll talk about that as the night progresses, and we are underway. As Tigers go to the middle, big swing by Gertis, returned back by Marshalltown, a very good defensive team. But the second time, Gertis gets it through for the kill.
Well, apparently the Tigers had a plan, and that was to go middle and get Gertis started early.
Dea Mahi will be serving. And sends a bullet over. Marshalltown kind of scrambling and able to get the ball over in the third hit. Tigers go to the outside this time, and the big swing and the point for Cynthia Wolf.
Cynthia Wolf's attack percentage is now over 50%, hitting over 500. It's crazy. She's at 503. In contrast, Marshalltown has one hitter over 300.
Mahi, the Tigers setter, with the serve. Cedar Falls off to a quick 2-0 start. Tigers will attack from the near side and getting it in with the big swing. This time is Taylor Lynch.
You know, Taylor just actually took a little off that as well.
She just has that knack for hitting that back line,
Boy.
doesn't she? Joust at the neck, and going into the net or stepping over the center line was one of the Marshalltown players, and the Tigers will pick up the point.
Yep, she's in the net.
The back foot for Madison Finch as well, going across the line.
Not the start that Marshalltown was hoping to get off to against this team.
Tigers go to Wolf, a little bit behind her, so didn't get much velocity on the swing. And sending it out of play is Marshalltown. Going cross court was Reagan Mazur, but it goes out of play. Hitting error, and it's a 5-0 lead for the Tigers. Mahi continues to serve. And this time is long, and Bobcats on the side out get on the scoreboard. It's 5-1.
It's a rare free point off the hand of Mahi.
Emily Haas will be serving for Marshalltown. Mahi goes to the Lynch. Big kill as puts it off the wrists of a dig attempt by the Marshalltown player and goes into the crowd.
You know, Mark, I really feel like a broken record each time we do one of these, is that the weapons are so many and they're so efficient. And the serving is so difficult. We see so many teams not even able to get into their offense because the Tigers throw so many different kinds of serves at you. Get this hard top spin off the handle, Lynch.
Out of continuity again is Marshalltown. They get it across, back set, and off the hands, off the top of the block, and it goes out of play. Tigers pick up another point.
Missouri right there for the block, but not able to keep it in play.
8-1 timeout taken by the Marshalltown Bobcats. So everything running as scheduled for Cedar Falls right now. Cedar Falls hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah, you know, and this is what they do. Take a look at the leaders in kills.
Taylor Lynch, the leader, but getting a lot of help as choose your poison.
Oh, my goodness.
And the Tigers can hurt you in many ways here.
Who do you defend?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you have to decide when you're going to play this team, is you have to decide, all right, where are we going to set the block to?
I liked your expression, an embarrassment of riches for Matt Johnson, the uber talented Cedar Falls team.
And you got to have the distributor, and they certainly do in Mahi.
That high toss by Lynch, that ball goes into the stratosphere before she releases the serve. They go to the outside. This is Keisha Brown in the match. Little floater into the back row. Marshalltown, now they set up with Missouri. Good volley here, and then Wolf cross court, dug out. Good defense by the Cats. But then off the top of the net, and it falls on the Marshalltown side. I'm not sure if Curtis got it.
I don't think she did, Mark. I was just listening for the sound, and it did not. Climb over.
9-1 Tigers. So the timeout doesn't slow down Taylor Lynch. A good job on the serve reception by Marshalltown, and that leads to the kill.
Caught a line.
9-2 our count. As Erica Johnson, a 5', 8" sophomore, will be serving now for the Bobcats. And serves it long. Marshalltown, if you want to beat the #1 ranked team in the state, you got to play perfect.
You do. You can't give them away free points. All it does is tighten you up the next time you go to the service line.
10-2 our count. Tigers serving. That's a Kirsten Graves coming off the bench. And it's a good swing and the kill put down by the Bobcats. And that's Emily Haas getting the kill.
Seen more of Graves as the season has gone on. Designated server.
Haas comes out into the back row for Cedar Falls. Abby Hendrickson, the libero for Cedar Falls. Good dig on the serve by Lynch. Wolf going down the line. Run down in the back row by Marshalltown by Missouri. And Bobcats maybe starting to get the butterflies out of their system, playing much better.
Yeah, Bach in the middle is able to get her first kill.
10-4, Reagan Missouri with the serve. Back set, and Wolf from a
Heck of an
incredibly
angle.
Yeah, difficult angle, able to get that in. Tigers look to Keisha Brown, cross court. And the pass by Missouri intending to find Bach, but too close into the net, and a point for Cedar Falls. So Marshalltown playing better defensively, though. But the damage could have been done by that big start by Cedar Falls, jumping out to a 9-1 lead. In the back row, Reagan Missouri. Keisha Brown with the bullet. And they play it off the rafters, but unable to return it.
Oh, she's so good on the outside. She loves the left outside.
Keisha Brown celebrating after that point. 12-4 Tigers here in this first game, best 3 out of 5. Mahi back set, and you're not going to stop Grace Birkin on that slide move that she has perfected.
Just look at the timing. And she gets it at an angle. It's really difficult. She's so athletic. It's great vertical.
Marshalltown on the attack, little drop shot that rolls off the block attempt by Mahi and falls in for a point. 13-5, Cedar Falls. And coming in to serve for Marshalltown, we're going to see Sarah Jacobs, a 5-foot, 5-inch senior.
You know, Mark, it's so common. We don't even really talk about the height advantage any longer that the Tigers have. And it's just part, really, of every match. We got a carry, it looks like. And we get a double hit, yeah.
Tigers, again, 6'2", 6'2", 6'3", 6 foot, 6 foot. I mean, that's as good as some colleges, small colleges.
It is.
And Coach Chris Breeze for Marshalltown not happy with that last call. So he's still talking with the down official. 14-5. Tigers with a 9-point lead. Little drop shot. Mahi's setting it up to Birkin, who puts down the kill.
Yeah, the quick middle.
Another timeout taken by Marshalltown. Chris Breeze, head coach for Marshalltown, still talking with the down official. Tigers all smiles right now.
I think his energy might be a little bit misfocused right now. This team's got bigger issues than a single call.
Cedar Falls, look at some of the numbers they put together. It's kind of scary. Game record this year. This is in games, 88-7. It's just
it's remarkable.
Yeah, Tigers, there they are. There's a 25-game winning streak, game record. They've won 25 in a row. Their last regular season match loss to a 5A opponent. You got to go 2 years ago.
In conference, that's crazy.
So, needless to say, the Cedar Falls volleyball program, this is at the upper echelon of its history. Back set, Birkin, and another winner.
Nobody enjoys the kill more than Grace. Splits a couple of defenders.
Great fall for Grace Birkin. She's been a standout for this #1 ranked volleyball team and also the homecoming queen this year for the Tigers. Set to the middle. Tigers get a hand on it, but it rolls out of play and a point for Marshalltown.
Just a rare attack for Marshalltown.
16-6. Winner heading down to the state tournament next week in Cedar Rapids at the U.S. Cellular Center. Birkin got it in. Hit the baseline in the back end. Tigers lead up to 11 now, 17-6.
One of the things I appreciate about watching this team most is the orchestration that takes place in that front line.
And hitting it out of play was Sierra Feldman, a 5'7" senior, as Abby Hendrickson serving for the Tigers. Tigers 7 points away from winning this first game. And again, it's another hitting error by Marshalltown.
Just out of position, really nowhere to go there.
Hendrickson, line drive. Mahi going to the outside. Taylor Lynch this time cuts it right down the line, and the libero, McKenna Major, can't handle it. Tigers jumped out to a 5-0 lead, 9-1, and have not looked back.
It's been a mismatch from the word go.
Tigers look for Lynch again. Blocked by Marshalltown. From the attack line, Lynch lets it fly. And they get the kill in on the double block, and that's Sierra Feldman, who will now be serving for Marshalltown.
You don't want to show up too late tonight. You walk in late, you're going to miss game one.
Serve is long. Been a tough first game for the Bobcats of Marshalltown. As Taya Mahi back into the rotation serving. Goes through an illegal hit on that serve reception. They go in the middle and get the kill.
Little deflection probably. Should have just let that fly. A little late for Gertis.
Emily Haas, 5'8" senior with the serve for Marshalltown. Quick
Oh.
set. Oh, man.
You don't see Cynthia in the middle very often. Probably threw Marshalltown off a touch.
Watch.
Usually see her rotate out of there. Boy, with authority.
22-8 Tigers. It's another booming serve by Taylor Lynch. Man, nice attack by Reagan Missouri, their best player.
Yeah, she has some. Oh, that's a little cutter too. That's tough. Hendrickson not expecting that coming her way.
Johnson with the serve. High set, Keisha Brown with the swing. Partially blocked, Marshalltown on the attack. And Tigers get a hand on it, dug out by Mahi. Keisha Brown from a tough angle, pushes it across.
Smart play.
Mahi with the push into the back row. Good volley going on here. Here's Keisha Brown, and with the kill.
She's so precise. You know, Keisha, she certainly has some power in that right arm, but her ability to put the volleyball where she wants it, she's been amazed all season at that.
Kirsten Grave coming in the serve. Tigers 2 points away from winning the first game of this regional final. Brown from the outside, and it's at game point. Tigers looking sharp. 24-9, trying to wrap it up. And Marshalltown. Feldman from the attack line. Keisha Brown dug out by Major in the back row. Cedar Falls go back to Keisha Brown. Off the rafter and legal hit, Grace Birkin. How do you react to that?
Yeah, well, she knew it was coming.
The Tigers are smiling and laughing about that. Do that, we got a 14-point lead. Still game point. An overpass, but Bach sends it out of play, and the Tigers win the first game 25-10 in convincing fashion. So the CF 2 games away from another trip to the state tournament. We'll be back with game 2 right after we take this quick break. This is Tiger Volleyball on Cedar Falls Community Television.
Did you know parking over tall, dry grass can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hi, may I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Tigers roll to an easy 25-10 win in the first game. And Cedar Falls, of course, a member of the Mississippi Valley Conference, which could be well represented at the state tournament. Look at the regular season conference standings. Tigers won the Valley Division, going perfect 6-0. And on the Mississippi side, Cedar Rapids Jefferson also 6-0. And Mississippi Valley Conference, look at all the schools in action tonight.
I commend the girls union on their ability to split up the teams so that you don't see pairings, you know, that should be state tournament matches. And they do that, and some people don't like it, but I think you want to get the best teams there, and they do a really good job of that.
That's 5A and 4A schools. All those regional finals tonight. Tigers, they're loose, and right now they are feeling very confident, and a lot of worried looks in that Marshalltown team. Talking to their coach Breeze prior to the start of the second game.
Well, reality sets in. You know, as you said it, you got to be perfect. They just don't have this talent level. But let's not just leave it there. This team is talented, but they work together and they play extremely hard. They'll fight for every point.
Mahi with the serve. We are underway in the second game. A back set. Feldman down the line. Tigers. Counter and Lynch.
You know, you just look at that point in and of itself right there. It's a tough set that Mahi's able to make here. And then Lynch just fires it home.
Taylor Lynch playing at Illinois State next year, the Missouri Valley Conference. And going in the middle. And there's Sierra Feldman with the point for the Bobcats. Feldman and Mazur are the two leaders in kills this year for the Bobcats. We're 22-12, ranked 15th in the final Class 5A rankings. Cedar Falls, Lynch, Mercick pounds that down.
Just let her fly.
You know, I would just step out of the way if that ball was coming at me. I'd be the biggest coward. As Lynch serve, again, just disrupts that whole offense, and a legal hit, double hit called against Marshalltown.
You know, it's just supreme confidence. And I talked to her about this a couple weeks ago after their last home match, and I said her serving was just amazing. And she said she'd been working extremely hard on it outside of practice as well.
So
and as we say that.
Yeah, the rally ends and she hits it into the net. Now this is Emily Haas with the serve. And again, another service error by Marshalltown. They have not been good serving so far tonight. 4-2 Tigers.
First look at Emerson Green. Comes in and get a little time.
Green, a 5'9" sophomore. She'll play a key role next year, but right now just a reserve for the Tigers. Little drop shot, not hard enough to go over the net. Tigers pick up the point.
Well, there is no doubt that the best class in Cedar Falls High School volleyball history is leaving. However, Matt Johnson's done a good job of finding some court time for a number of other underclassmen. Kirsten Graves we see regularly, Emerson Green here and there.
Keisha Brown.
Emily Clapp.
And Lynch hits it into the net, so the Bobcats pull within one, 5-4. Critical game for them. They cannot fall behind 2-0. There's Johnson with the serve, but sends it long, 6-4.
Good communication. Little spark plug. Mida Soljic.
Soljic with the floater serve. Back set, pushed across. Great dig by Hendrickson. And Keisha Brown coming back with a cross-court swing. Marshalltown looks to the middle. And Tigers again dig it out. It's Lynch in the back row. Off the rafters. This time Birkin able to bump it across, and a little drop shot. Great rally, and the Tigers score.
That's why Mahi hits over 400. It's just a savvy little play on her part.
It's going to rip a little bit out of your heart if you're Marshalltown. You play so well defensively, but then you give up the point. 8-4. We mentioned the Tigers beat Marshalltown 2-0 the Cedar Falls tournament. And, that was the tournament the Tigers defeated Dike New Hartford, who handed the Tigers their only 2 regular season losses.
Talked to a couple people, said that it was the best they'd ever seen this collection of players play in that final against Dike New Hartford. Actually, it's a semifinal, I believe.
Keisha Brown. Another pretty assist from Mahi. Gets another assist.
Yeah, the timing's just superb.
Ida Soljic, 5'5" senior. Has played a key role for the Tigers here over the last 2 years. Marshalltown attacking more in the middle than I expected tonight. Look at Lynch from the attack line, puts down a kill.
See more and more of that.
Tigers 5-0 run, timeout taken by Marshalltown. So Cedar Falls up by 6. We got a lot of sports going on this time of the year on Cedar Falls Community Television. See what some of the upcoming events.
Well, how about that football schedule you and I's had to go through? Oh, just brutal.
Who's ranked? How high is South Dakota ranked?
I don't know.
They got to be in the top.
They were
10.
top 10 early in the season.
Then we see basketball picking up here. Alcorn State for the UNI men and the UNI women versus Iowa State. So hoop season right around the corner. You know, the girls high school, they'll start practice on Monday.
Yep.
So making that transition into the winter sports season. Spike's fall sports season now into its deep postseason run. Soljic with the serve. Tigers up by 6. Feldman, back row, Lynch. Back set, Burke, and almost caught instead of dug out that time by Haas.
Well, you can see that full realization has definitely set in on these Marshalltown players, and play it out.
Giving the point, there's Olivia Chatterin. Oh, excuse me, it's Molly Bach. Molly Bach, correction. Molly Bach getting the point, and she tools it off the hands. 11-5 our count.
It's a senior-dominated Marshalltown team as well.
Coach Breeze, as Burkett pounds down the kill. Coach Breeze from Marshalltown said they played Cedar Falls the first time at the Cedar Falls tournament. He said his team was intimidated. The height of Cedar Falls, and but he thought that his team would have a better showing second time around, knowing what to expect. But Cedar Falls has the A game going right now. Back set, that is just unstoppable.
Boy,
Grace Birkin puts down another kill.
Boy, I'm just not certain that I've seen Birkin with this sort of authority. Wow.
Oh, and Tigers added their total. 13-6 now is our score.
Boy, that is tough. How good is she going to be? My goodness.
See the leaders and aces for the Tigers going into this evening's match. Birkin with a block. Back set, Birkin with the kill.
Just no answers right now from Marshalltown when the Tigers get in system. Got
14.
Lynch loading up on one side.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mark.
14-6 Tigers. Ahead by 8 points. Keisha Brown still serving. Oh, great play by Mahi.
She's got eyes in the back of her head.
So she'll be heading over to UNI next year to play for the Panthers. Be interesting to watch her on the collegiate level.
Whoop.
Keisha Brown lets that serve go too far. Emily Clapp will replace Brown in the back row for the Tigers. So an 8-point lead. Cedar Falls showing no signs of slowing down right now. Birkin, Mahi. And Lynch. 16-7 now.
We talk about how frequently Mahi serves it up just perfectly for those hitters she's got. Sometimes she gets bailed out a little bit as well. Just throw it up in the vicinity of Lynch and let her go.
I have to admire you. We saw the balance of all the Tigers and the kills. You know, sometimes in any sports there can be jealousy.
Absolutely.
And the way these guys, girls have worked together so well, you just don't see that. You don't hear about it, and it just sounds like this is a team that are truly a team.
You know, and I think that's one of the most difficult things about coaching a team that has a lot of talent, that is so balanced, is that you want your players to all want to do it individually. You certainly want that. Same time, they have to accept the fact that can't be the case. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Taylor Lynch, another highlight. Wow, watch her climb the ladder and
just
smash.
Not through it, over it.
See if there's a divot on the floor there.
Boy, we've seen it.
Cedar Falls, and there's Claire Curtis getting into the act.
Well, I don't know if that was intentional or not. I don't think so. I think she climbed a little early and just had a little left and got fortunate.
19-8. Well, the Tigers right now with an 11-point lead, and why not all the talent on this team. We talked about the commits to the Division I level for Cedar Falls, and you have a total of there you see the Gertis will be going to be a Coyote next year at South Dakota. Taya Mahi, as we mentioned, going to UNI. Cynthia Wolf also going to UNI, but to play basketball. Taylor Lynch at Illinois State and Grace Birkin at Wichita State. So how often does that happen for a high school team to have 4 Division I volleyball players and another one to play Division I basketball?
Just the seniors.
Wow.
Yeah. You gotta believe there's another 1 or 2 on the floor for the Tigers that are gonna go play Division I volleyball somewhere.
If you're a Tiger fan, enjoy it. This is certainly the best of times.
Well, that's remarkable. And one of the things that everybody has recognized is how good volleyball is in the state of Iowa.
And trying to dig that out in the back row. Good effort by Clapp, but point for the Bobcats, 19-9. Tigers won the first game, 25-10. So they jumped out to a 9-1 lead, never looked back as Sierra Feldman with the serve for Marshalltown. From the outside, and Lynch this time can't get it in play. She's been hitting the ball so accurate tonight, it's almost a shock that doesn't land in the court. Bobcats down double digits with 10 points. At the rare times, they get consecutive points. Off the rafters. That counts as an ace serve then for Feldman.
You mentioned consecutive points. That might be the first time
Drop shot, dug out. Tigers look to the outside. Lynch. There to play it was Feldman. And Marshalltown on a 3-0 run.
That's what we talked about. Never giving up. There's Hendrickson chasing after, giving it a dive.
Bobcats cut the gap to 7. Mahi. Oh, they go to Wolf again with that quick set. Cynthia Wolf, I don't recall throughout the regular season her hitting in the middle.
I don't either.
Wrinkle to the Tigers here late in the year. Have their opponent scouting, another thing to worry about. And that time it's Gertis in the middle. Off the net, and it falls in for a point for Marshalltown.
Well, Feldman's starting to feel it a little bit. Never hurts to get the kind roll.
Bobcats playing scrappy here towards the end of the second game as the serve goes out of play. Tigers 4 points away from taking a big 2 games in on lead.
Good court awareness.
Emerson Green coming in to serve for the #1 ranked team in 5A. Cedar Falls Tigers looking for their 26th win in a row. Kaz Brown gets it in. Last touch anyhow by Marshalltown. Tigers trying to make their 10th appearance at the state tournament. Cedar Falls has never won a state championship in volleyball.
You know, I was cataloging that earlier when I was getting ready for tonight, and without looking, I couldn't recall a time when they had.
But they have
state finalists 4 times.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yeah, 4 times. They've been in the semis 1 year as well, but they have never won the championship. Birkin hits in the net, so.
It's a rare misfire for her tonight.
Marshalltown again. It's as close as they've been at 7, 22-15.
And it feels like it's 17. Tigers haven't been as sharp in this second game, that's for certain. You know, Marshalltown's been marginally better. It's been more of a function of Tigers misfiring a little bit more often.
Tigers led 19-8 at one point, so Marshalltown a little bit of a roll here, make the game more competitive. And it goes long. Now we're at game point, 24-15. Mida Solchik ready to serve. And from the outside, Tigers with the double block on the attempt by Missouri, and Cedar Falls now takes a 2 games to none lead in this Class 5A regional final as they win 25-15 after winning the first game, 25-10. We'll be back 3rd game for Tiger fans. Hopefully the last right after this on Cedar Falls Community Television.
This is why you get by on 4 hours sleep. Why you took a second job. This is why you taught yourself how to fix the plumbing and spend hours juggling the bills. This is why you'll do whatever it takes to keep your home. And that is why we want to help. We are making home affordable, a free government resource that can make paying the mortgage easier. Now more options are available. Call 888-995-HOPE to talk one-on-one with a housing expert today.
There's our scores after the first 2 games in this best 3 out of 5. That's Chris Breeze, the head coach from Marshalltown in the blue, talking to his team right now. Cedar Falls, commanding lead, and Tigers trying to advance to the state tournament. Regional finals taking place tonight across the state in Class 5A, 4A, and 3A. Now looking at Class 5A, looking at Region 1, you see Ankeny Centennial beat the Tigers in the finals last year, taking on Sioux City East. It's Region 2, West Des Moines Valley hosting Council Bluffs Lincoln. Region 3, Urbandale and Pleasant Valley hooking up. Region 4, there you have Cedar Rapids Jefferson out of the MVC facing the Johnston Dragons.
You just like saying Dragons.
Region 5, Linn-Mar and Waukee.
There's a good one.
Facing
5.
up.
Well, we got 5 and 13 in that one.
There's our match tonight, Cedar Falls and Marshalltown, number 1 and 15, and Iowa City West going up against Dubuque Hempstead. So we're guaranteed a Mississippi Valley Conference team to qualify to state from that match. Bettendorf going up against West Des Moines Dowling. That's in Region 8. Great job by Jeremy Ott.
As always.
Our director. As we're underway, and the Tigers will clear Gertis. Dropping it over the blocks for the point.
Now, it's hardly fair when you do this, after you just pound away and pound away.
Gertis, 6 feet 2 inches tall. Teo Mahi, 5 feet 10 inches tall with the serve. There's a bullet down the line and a point.
Zur has some, she's got some pop now.
Ties it at 1 apiece. Substitute coming in for Marshalltown, Sarah Jacobs will replace Emily Haas. Tied at 1. Here in this 3rd game, the Tigers will lead 2 games to none. Oh, Lynch.
Boy.
Well placed down the line for the kill. Just in the far deep corner, perfectly placed.
I've said this before. You're not going to find a nicer kid than Taylor Lynch. She just is just a wonderful person.
A knuckleball.
She gets out here, get out of her way.
Another serve by Lynch. And the joust, and Gertis puts it down for the kill. Tigers jumping out to a 4-1 lead. One thing about Lynch, too, leads the league with the best ponytail. I like that. From the middle, that's Feldman for Marshalltown, and that's long. 5-1 Tigers.
It's hard to get that done.
So Cedar Falls holds on and advances to state tournament. And Coach Matt Johnson said he would guess that they would be in the number 1 seed and being the number 1 ranked team, play at noon on next Tuesday.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be much of a mystery. Some years it is. And it's hard to seed that.
So the Tiger huddle, and there's the Marshalltown huddle as well. So Matt Johnson, in his 4th year as the head coach of the Tigers, and with this talented group, now these seniors, they were sophomores, they reached the semifinals. Last year's juniors went to the finals. This year's seniors trying to finish the job here.
And that epic battle with Bettendorf a couple of years ago. Alicia Harrington not able to finish. I think the Tigers would be finalists a couple of years in a row.
Last year, the Tigers beating Dowling and Ankeny.
Yeah.
And the way they beat Ankeny in the semifinals, I go, wow, Tigers weren't going to be stopped. But Ankeny Centennial swept Cedar Falls in the finals.
You know, only a couple of times last year in the finals did the Tigers seem to have the momentum. You have to really credit Centennial what they did.
7-1 is our score. Oh,
Boy.
look at that athleticism by Gertis. Good play by Majors,
Sure
knocking
was.
it over. Another good play by Majors, but Wolf getting the kill. 8-1. Cedar Falls, similar to the first game when they jumped out to a 9-1 lead. Lynch continues to send the BBs over the net. Cats pick up a point off the block attempt by Cedar Falls. Cedar Falls this year. And looking at the blocks, Gertis.
Gertis patrol on the middle, you would anticipate.
Keisha Brown, partially blocked, back to the Tigers side. Brown will try it again. And Marshalltown unable to return it.
I use the word crafty a lot when it comes to Keisha and talk to some other people about her. And I think that's an example of that right there.
9-2, Cedar Falls dominating this regional final here in Region 6, up 2 games to none as Kirsten Graves coming in to serve. Marshalltown. Serve reception is so key in volleyball, and all night long Marshalltown has been on their heels.
Yeah, they have. It just so rarely are they able to create a good attack because
there's Tigers' height. Grace Birkin at 6'2", and Keisha Brown at 6 feet, getting in the middle there.
Birkin says, I'll add that to my block total, thank you.
Served by Cedar Falls, and again, look at Marshalltown, just out of rhythm. Keisha Brown booms at it across, 12-2.
You know, double block set, she just was able to go cross court, just so tough.
If you're a Marshalltown fan, it'd be fun to watch the Cedar Falls team.
Yeah. Once you put away the idea that you're going to steal a win away, then you just appreciate it for what it is.
Just be interesting going down as Brown swing and a miss. Whiffs on that one. Be interesting to see, though, when you go down to state tournament, the nerves, the noise, how Cedar Falls will be able to handle it. But being in the state tournament the last 2 years, you would think they'd be used to that environment.
Lots of experience.
Yep. But I've seen so many upsets at the state volleyball tournament over the years.
Well, I just saw somebody walk through the door with a television camera from a local news station, and good thing they got here when they did.
Marshalltown picking up a point, 13-4.
Just glimpses of this. I mean, with so few kills for Marshalltown.
Madison Finch, a sophomore, serving. She's 5 feet 9 inches tall. Oh, that's nicely done by Birkin.
Well, Birkin's length there, you can see the set wasn't ideal. Able to cover up for that a little bit.
Up, and now looks like the player is down on the floor here for Marshalltown. Now this is Reagan Mazur. She has had problems in the past. She has passed out before, and so they're trying to help her out. I was just
you were told about this ahead of the match, right?
I was.
Correct, Mark?
That as serious as it looks, she has passed out before. She suffers from a disease called POTS, a rare disease where she's involved in athletics. She'll get up, and it's happened before for her. It's just sudden head movements. There you see that not too much concern, and she's going to just stay into the match. So
yeah,
she's going to be all right. So,
you know, I hope they made the Tiger team aware
Yeah.
of it well, because that could be really disconcerting. I mean, just from a human standpoint, you don't like to see this happen to anyone, and they'll call timeout.
yeah,
It's a really unusual circumstance. I appreciate you telling me
Yeah.
ahead of time. That's
you see
it's
like
just
some of
something you don't ever see.
the, yeah, you see some of the surprise made by Cedar Falls watching it, and she has it, and you know, it's something she'll have to live with her whole life. Can't drive a car, obviously, and there's a lot of restrictions, but able to play volleyball. There you see her. You know, it's happened before. It's just something that unfortunately she has to deal with.
And it's remarkable she's able to
Yeah.
regain consciousness and come right back to playing
Yeah.
again. It's
You see the assistant coach is all smiling and laughing. She must have said something.
Yes. I saw her mom take a trip down and right back up, and not a lot of questions. And then clearly the Marshalltown crowd knew what was happening as well.
Back to action. Marshalltown, the good defense. Tigers, Birkin, they haven't been able to solve that all night. This time they're able to return it across and get the point is Feldman. Nice job finding a little hole right on the far end line.
Feldman's had some nice moments in this match tonight.
14-5 our score. This 5A regional final. Tigers up 2 games to none. Mahi, high set, and Lynch. Nobody's going to stop that. 15-5, Tigers lead up to 10.
Well, Marshalltown simply doesn't have the size to match up.
Mahi goes quickly into the middle. Gertis. I don't even know how they get the swing in time with that quick set like that. Just appreciate that. Wow.
Well, I think that's what I enjoy watching the most about this team is I called it it's like a symphony. You just watch all the pieces when they're on offense and where they're going and the options that Mahi has.
16-6 now is our score. Tigers 10-point lead. Feldman with the serve. Mahi high set. Lynch has had a big night tonight, leading the Tigers in kills. Gets another one there. 8 points away now, Cedar Falls, from advancing to the state tournament again. It's interesting. Tigers went to state in '88, then had a long dry spell until 2001. It is long. And since then, Tigers been almost a regular down at Cedar Rapids. The impossible to say U.S. Cellular Center. You have to really pronunciate.
Is that what you warm up with?
I always say unique New York. Unique New York. Get the tongue going. Action here. High set. Lynch.
Oh,
I think it's in. Or was it last touched? Oh, they are saying out. Out of play. Okay.
It certainly looked out.
Yeah, the line judge said in, but
she did.
Overruled by the head official, the one on the ladder.
I think maybe she was thinking about dinner at 18-6. I don't mean that in a disparaging way at all, of course. Oh, look at that again.
Oh, great play by Wolf. Now the Tigers go to Wolf and gets the kick.
And she gets it, and why not?
With the defense and then the offense to finish it off. Another great angle from our CFTV crew. We plan to cover the Tigers down at the state tournament next week. Their first round match. And maybe the semifinals.
You know, you watch the head and the hands of Mahi if we get a chance to see this dig again. And there's no movement.
We see the end of it with Brown. Brown and Lynch have really paced the Tigers tonight, but Grace Birkin and Cynthia Wolf have played huge roles. It's an arsenal on this Tiger team. 21-7. Keisha Brown, of course, her sister plays at Kentucky. Another joust at the net. Keisha Brown winning. Back set. Oh, an open lane. Nowhere to go as Cynthia Wolf just easily puts that across.
Yeah, the rotation just wasn't there.
So Tigers in their final match here at home may have really looked dominant. Boom. Solo block that time by Curtis. 2 points away is CF. Lynch will serve. And Marshalltown slows the momentum briefly with the point.
Well, if there was a little bit of a mental let-up in the second game, this certainly has not been the case what appears to be this final.
Johnson serving and puts it out of play. Now we're at match point. 24-8. Graves will try to do the honors and serve the Tigers out here. Kirsten Graves, a sophomore, into serve. And Marshalltown stays alive. Well, floater right over the net, just over the Tigers' outstretched hands. 24-9, still match point. Missouri serving. And the Bobcats, a hitting error. The Tigers celebrate as they are heading down to the state tournament for the third consecutive year as they win Region 6 with a 3-0 sweep over Marshalltown.
Well, anything less would have been unacceptable for this team heading into this campaign, but nonetheless, it doesn't diminish the achievement. 3 years in a row, Tigers keep that dream alive.
You expected it, being the #1 ranked team. Again, it was ad nauseam. We've talked about all the talent they have, but I would imagine this is somewhat relief too, knowing you have that big target on you.
Absolutely.
And to reach that, have reached the goal of winning the conference title, now going down to state. And that has to be feel very good for the Cedar Falls squad. You see the bleacher creatures coming out of the stands to celebrate with the team as the Tigers moving on now to Cedar Rapids. Third straight year, again, as sophomores. The senior class advanced all the way to the semifinals. As juniors, going all the way to the championship match. And then this year, well, try and maybe finish the business at incomplete business from last year.
Well, and that's the way they feel. You know, I would have been disappointment had they not gotten this far, but there's going to be a lot bigger celebrations around the state tonight and getting to the state tournament than there is in this gym, because the expectations are sky high, and everybody recognizes that with what they returned. #1, they expect to win a state title.
There you see it. Tigers win Region 6 with a 3-game sweep. The win streak continues as the volleyball team and their closest friends.
And all of their closest friends.
Tigers have 26 wins in a row. They improved to 40-2 on the year. Marshalltown will end their year at 22-13. So CF #1 ranked. Smiles, everybody. Be a few pictures taken here over the next hour or so.
Well, these are just the ones by somebody else.
So Cedar Falls moving on to state. Hope you enjoyed our coverage. Great job as always by our brilliant Cedar Falls Community Television crew. For Jeremiah Longnecker, I'm Mark Simpson. Thank you so much for watching Tiger Volleyball here on CFTV.